Zaz, tell me what happened last time.
Okay, so what happened last time? We start with Ian, who was wanting to flee the state or eventually the country, but kind of not having a whole lot of ability to do that effectively. He did speak more with the entity in his mind, in his head, and we did offer to teach him if he did a service. Well, he was at first directed to kill in the more remote countryside. Well, not necessarily like, yeah, just basically get some sacrifices, but eventually he did offer him that, well, if you get me a vessel to inhabit, and Ian was offered magic to help him do this. He eventually targeted a young woman working at the motel, very much subjecting her to possession and who knows what else. And then he did practice his new gifts in the next town over. Meanwhile, Taylor got invited to a family dinner hosted by Captain Smith. It was after this that Wade did drag him along on to follow up on a tip that he had gotten about some group or maybe person using the solar killer symbols and graffiti as graffiti. And Taylor, recognizing some of these, and recognizing that not some of these symbols weren't shown to the public. No one should know about this. Did call up Mr. Wilson about these signs, and he said he was going to send some people to take a look into it. So after they got back, Taylor and Smith went to Smith's place to get it ready for the dinner, and found out that Smith became a cop partially because his father had wanted him to be a cop, and they traded stories, talked about, and I believe they talked about Wade, but I can't quite remember what they talked about him specifically. And eventually, Julia and Gina came over, and Taylor did notice that Julia and Smith seemed to be very, very friendly. And Julia was notably quiet on the car ride back, and we got back to her place. So she did ask about Smith, and listen, Taylor gave answers, and commented on apparently the irresistibility of New York police officers to Italian women. Taylor was also informed that Wilson's men had found the woman that Ian had attacked and pulled this ritual on, and he warned Taylor about. I believe it was Julia did also warned Taylor about Wade when he spoke to Julia told Taylor about Wade when he spoke to her about it, because his name came up in the conversation with Wilson as well. I don't think it was necessarily his name. I think it was more of just the fact that somebody was poking around, and well, Taylor brought up Wade. And apparently, he tortures people, and apparently he did kill several assassins and burned out, and a bunch of warehouses got burned down when the people tried to kill him. So they backed off of him, which is a rather interesting thing. Meanwhile, Ian decided he robbed a small shop, to get some money, and the entity contacted him again to tell him that the police were on his trail, and offered him another deal: perform another ritual in New York City, and in return, get info on how to find allies and get away from his cops, the pursuers. Rather than that, though, he did make Ian ultimately wanted to make a deal to get a way to expose the truth, unaltered. The entity insisted on this, the unaltered part. And Ian was ultimately detected to a conspiracy theorist who is seems like to be this very, very religious person, and wants to expose the Soul Killer case and the cover up he thinks that was well is happening. And ultimately, Ian told him the whole story, leaving out Ian's own deal with an entity and not including Faith's base. Then he tried to sneak back into the police precinct, and he did have to bleed himself heavily in the process because he's not quite the magic's. It's a little not the most skilled yet not the most powerful stuff, and when Taylor came in, he was told by a Wade, who was very furious about this break-in, was well, he's gonna go look into it, and I believe Taylor has also probably made up his mind that well, this probably explains what Ian is. You're right. He's one of those pussy ethical blood mages, like fucking bleeding himself. Like Jesus,
Listen,
man, that's
right
not
now,
efficient.
listen, everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when Taylor calls up Wilson and informs him that this happened, I think it's Ian. When that noose gets tighter.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the next day that we kind of ended with Taylor learning about the break-in, right?
Yes.
Pretty sure. I don't think you start if you want to do anything related to that. I'm sure.
Yeah, because Taylor has a strong suspicion that this. Taylor has a suspicion because of the nature of the things that were taken. Honestly, he thinks it might be Ian, also with the fact that there seemingly was no evidence of a break-in, but there was. I think you mentioned that there was blood, right?
Yeah, there was some blood and it looked very messy.
Yeah, he'll make a call, get in contact with Wilson to update him on this.
He'll pick up the phone and says, "How can I help you, detective?"
Just calling to inform you that I have a hunch. I think I have an idea of where Ian might be. It's a little broad, but I think he's back in New York. So, break-in in the precinct, but there's no sign of a break-in, but there was a lot of blood, and well, every file he worked on just happened to go missing.
It's some worrying news. He did lose his trail yesterday. Some people tracking him out west of New York, going to Newark and assumed further beyond, and I think he would come back to steal case files, something he worked on before.
As Taylor will say. He might think there's no way out. He might have some ideas of blowing the hole, trying to blow the lid off this whole thing before he goes, before he gets captured again. Something else happens to him. Why else would he need files of everything of things he already knows, if not to show other people?
Detective, would you have some time to drop by the hotel? I think there's something you see.
I can stop by.
Soon as possible. Thank you.
Taylor will not, and because he'll make his excuse to go to the Belmont.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm deciding between character. Yeah, as you arrive, you get in and you'll get redirected. Wilson is actually waiting outside. Gonna stop you. Before we go in, I must speak to you. They found a woman, I believe. Not sure if your police friends have informed already about this. She was tied up and, well, looked unwell.
Wasn't any debriefing I got.
Found
You
her
did
at
mention. You did mention a woman. Is it the same one?
Did he already said to you about the woman they recovered?
Yeah, when he told them like, hey, when it was it was after it was when he called when he called to
Oh, my bad.
tell Taylor what he found after Taylor told them about the symbols.
Then never mind. He'll say, yes, she began speaking about an hour ago. Not exactly sure what to do. One is a bit lost, confused. Not sure if she's gonna be useful in locate Mr. Bright. There is you should just come in and see.
Lead the way.
So open the door. Now I'll put this up to a vote because I can't decide. I need you to vote based on the creepy factor. Let me see. Have
So we'll look here.
We have some returning actors.
we do. This one fits.
I think the last one most tasteful, in my opinion.
What about you, Laz?
Yeah, it's either the first one or the last one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll save the first one because I will have vampires eventually.
Yeah, the second image, unfortunately, is trying a little too hard right now, and the third image, I just don't think fits that much.
Yeah, she is just kind of sitting on a chair, staring at the wall. You and Mr. Wilson walk in, and she like suddenly snaps her head. It's very rigid kind of movement. Says, "Ah, the detective is here."
Taylor will say, Taylor will say, "You're expecting me then?"
Kind of like tilts her head again, very like, and almost like snapping her neck to the side. Says, "No. Yes? Maybe. How's your wife? How are your kids?"
Doing well.
Good. I'm happy for you. Say, used to know quite a lot of things about a lot of people. Not the first one I brought in and started spouting out random tidbits about them.
They will nod and he'll has to go. What's your don't mind me asking, what's your name?
Remember, as Wilson will kind of lean into you and whisper and say, "Her employee records listed her as a certain Blair Kent. But she refuses to use."
They will nod and look back at us. He'll say, "Have a name that you would prefer me to call you?"
He calls me Zero.
That's not much of a name. Who calls you that?
My master. He says I'm the first one here. Wilson will continue. Here's a couple of photos of what she looked like when they found her. This he'll hand you like a file and flip open and you can see the sort of symbols that were drawn on her. Apparently blood, resembling some of the runes.
Do you have any idea what's happened to you?
Don't remember. Don't remember anything.
Master, has he told you anything else?
For now, I can wait.
Taylor will say, "Is there anything that could make your stay here more amenable?"
Yeah. Mr. Wilson is treating me nice.
I'm happy to hear that.
As you suddenly see the eyes kind of roll into the back of her head as she starts convulsing rapidly. Or she kind of like snaps back in position, straightens out. And while the eyes are still sort of kind of rolled back, her head, though, does kind of turn in your direction. As she speaks, but with a much lower cadence. Almost unnaturally so. We meet again. Or maybe for you it's the first time. Detective Taylor Reed, the NYPD.
And what can I call you?
My name is irrelevant. Maybe I can help you with something.
And what would that be?
You wish to find Mr. Bright?
He's an unwell man, and I think he's going to hurt people.
Tell me, Detective, do you think knowledge can hurt people? Think that truth can hurt people?
2 decades ago, people learned how to split the atom. A whole lot of people got hurt from that. I suppose you might have a point, though. The knowledge of splitting the atom didn't hurt anyone. It was using it to make a bomb, but the wrong hands with the wrong people. Anything can hurt. Anything can be a weapon.
That's correct. But I desire information. For information, I can hand you Mr. Bright in exchange of something equally valuable.
What would that be?
Have a friend, aren't you, Detective? Time Lord.
I have no idea what that word means.
One who can control time.
Spoken to a man that can do that? Yes.
It's quite simple. I require the knowledge contained within his blood.
As Taylor will say. I could talk with him, but highly doubt if he doesn't want to give his blood. I don't think there's a way I can force that issue.
Mr. Bright is about to go whole conspiracy wide open. Public, no. Don't think any of you want that yet.
I don't think that would help anyone. I'll talk with my friend. See if I can't facilitate a deal.
I'll be waiting. As Black again starts convulsing as the eyes return to normal. She sort of slumps in the chair.
Are you okay?
Yes. as the master said, I will wait patiently for your reply.
Tail will nod as he'll get up and he'll just. Wilson, if you'll step out with me real quick.
So he will, looking completely like he is also having a bad day with this. Just kind of like walk out and he'll say, "Never did that before."
Yeah, Taylor will nod. Oh, I guess we'll have to be I don't know if if that entity can only hear and talk when he's doing that to her, or if she can hear, or if he can just passively just hear everything, see everything she sees. So have to be careful in the future. But then again, it seems like this entity already knows just about everything there is to know, at least for this situation.
You know, he like sort of exhale and says, "Possibly. But if it was omniscient, why would it require Lorik's blood information?"
Taylor will, kind of taking a shot in the dark, he'll say, knowledge of how someone does something doesn't necessarily give you the knowledge of what someone doesn't necessarily give you knowledge of how they do it or through what means it can be replicated.
I want to test out a little theory. I told you I brought in several people. Kind of did the same thing she did with you, spouting different random bits about their personal lives. But I've dealt with rift creatures before. Not this kind though. Was considering bringing that doctor. I'm not sure if telling him is gonna be a good idea. He might lose composure with. I'll leave that judgment call up to you, detective. You've worked with him a bit more than I have.
Still Taylor will say, have Faith on standby and have your men try to find Ian, but pass the message on to Alaric. If we...
By the way, when he says doctor friend, he's not referring about Faith. He's referring to about Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Because, like, yeah, Faith has nothing. Adam is the fucking demon expert.
Okay, in that case, he would actually say, given, I'll be honest, if Adam's personal advice to Ian was to ignore this and wait for it to go away, I think if Adam finds out, given his recent differences of opinion with both Faith and Alaric, I don't think he'll handle it. I don't think he'll take it very well. He might be able to help us, but he also might do something rash that will hurt himself or others.
Very well. Hold off on bringing him in until we're a bit more desperate. I'm just afraid that this thing may be manipulating us, pulling trick.
It likely is. Likely is. If Ian was as close to revealing the truth as it claims it was, then we'd have no time. And if that's the case, his whole scheme could be blown up by Alaric just being out of touch. I think we have more time than he wants us to think.
No, I will reach out to Alaric. Hopefully, get reply soon. At this point, though, I'll be honest, Taylor, I don't care about what Ian can do and benefit them. I have officially put a bounty on his head. There's an open contract for him.
Still sort of say anything that Ian could have provided them, the girl in that room can provide them, maybe even more. Right now,
He shakes
we
his
can
head
take.
and stops you, says, give a shit about no conspiracy. That girl is 18, barely an adult. Picks up a shitty end job, scrounge up some money, college. Has a sick mom at her home, a deadbeat father somewhere. He nabs her, ties her to a chair, submits her to some kind of fucked up ritual, and then runs off, leaving her like this. Oh, she's possessed or something. God knows what. No. I will not. I don't care about what Ian can provide these people, what information. I will not stand idly by while fucking cultists start running loose in the city. In my fucking city.
Yeah, Taylor kind of not expecting the outburst, but also Taylor's kind of taken aback by the fact that Taylor also wasn't considering the girl really at all. So he'll actually say, after hearing all that, he'll actually say, maybe I should have that talk with Adam. If there's a way we can help the girl in there. I think it's might be worth the risk after all.
He'll nod. Very well. I'll make preparations.
Taylor will go to the. I can only imagine, because of the last decision, the father made a burning crater in the ground.
It's only been like a few days.
Oh, strike from orbit. Strike from orbit.
Yeah. Able to find the clinic attached to the church. As see like the young woman take her leave, walking afterwards. Adam is just washing his hands, and he looks at you and says, "Ah, detective, it's been a while. How have you been?"
been all right. How have things been here?
For now, quiet. No, it's very refreshing to be able to help people like this.
They will give a nod as he'll say, "Glad to hear that. There might be a woman you can help in a different way."
Right? I'm listening.
She'll say, after me and Ian left, we talked and ultimately didn't want to just let it all go. And well, didn't go very well. He ran, and he did something to a young woman. Apparently made her some sort of vessel for another being. She doesn't remember her name. She doesn't remember anything. Apparently remember anything before what happened to her.
You just see his face kind of go pale white. His vision darkens immediately, like frowns, says, "Take me to her right now."
Nah, Taylor will. Just from the follow,
How did
he will say,
Yeah, on the way there, he'll say, "How did it even come to this?"
okay, there we go, mate. This is good for us, though.
Did you hear what I say?
He'll say, yes, I did hear what you say. Yeah, I heard what you said. As Taylor will say, I passed the message along, and apparently Ian went to go work with doctor named Faith, and next thing I know, he's contacting me. He's panicked, paranoid, thinks people are going to kill him. I don't know what happened in there. I have my suspicions that entity in his head fueled his paranoia, and to be honest, from my conversation with Faith, I think she may have wanted him to freak out.
Of course. Mad woman.
As Taylor will just say, now, Sloman, be ready. She's probably going to know things about you that you've told very few people, or maybe you've told no one. Certainly not anything you've told her.
My limited knowledge of this thing is something that seems obsessed with collecting knowledge about places, people, and very powerful. I suppose we'll see how large its network of information extends. I've not led exactly a secretive life up until now recently.
Taylor will nod at that. I know it's interested in Alaric specifically.
What about him?
Wants his blood. Offered to apparently hand over Ian in exchange for Alaric's blood. Well, to be honest, I don't think that's a very good idea. Taylor will just say, interested in his ability to manipulate time. But to be honest, all of that, listen, have people looking for Ian. I'll worry about that. Right now, the only thing I'm worried about right now in this car right now, helping that girl. She's barely an adult, Adam. She's not even 19 yet.
Might be too late for her. Well, this is why I told him to stay out of this. Why I told him not to get involved. Drive back to the Belmont. Bring him in the room with the girl, as she again snaps in his direction very rigidly. The witch has arrived. As Adam chuckles a bit at that. That's supposed to be aggravating. It's really not. As the convulsions return, you see Taylor, her body being taken over by this thing. As Adam is moving in very decisively, as the voice coming out will say, "Do not attempt to mess with the vessel. Do anything to her. My offer will be null and void. You'll never find Mr. Bright, detective. Your entire mission in this city, crash and burn." I'm not sure if you're gonna stop Adam from what he's about to do.
Honestly, no, I don't think Taylor will stop him.
Yeah, you see Adam kind of touch her forehead with his hand, as she immediately raises up, as the eyes return to normal and her body sort of seemingly kind of relaxes. As you see with his other hand, he forms in his palm. You can see the flesh, and it's rather grotesque, as you see the flesh expand, and you can see some sort of reddish liquid and gathering as the flesh keeps expanding into this flesh bubble. Listen, Ian, Quipu is now full in your corner. He's like, they fuck with my vessel. Gone. Fuck this guy.
These assholes, they got one over on me. Surely they're not gonna.
As this whole process takes about 10 minutes as you sit there in silence, as by the end see Adam kind of pull his hand away from her as she's like kind of like faints, as he'll kind of gesture for you to put her in the bed nearby. Like, well, not bed, but like couch. It says, I need to dispose of this and then we need to have a serious conversation.
Taylor will nod at that as he'll put her into the bed.
Somewhere across town. Ian, you've delivered the documents to Matthew. I'm not sure what you want to do after that.
That's a very good question. I think for now he needs a bit of a recovery time because he is pretty fucked up after because he knows how much time he has because time is on the clock is ever running. So let me think. What's step 2 possibly?
Well, listen, you can always ask Matthew if you want. Converse with him about this.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Yeah, sadly, Ian has not that much just how to distill the truth to the people. So yeah, he will have a chat with Matthew.
You ask him.
All right, Mr. Walsh. If you looked over the documents, what do you think we should do next?
Then as per usual, the news, it's all fake. It's bullshit, man. Just twist the truth. This here. Have it in the palm of our hands, Ian. And we just need to fly. Let it spread its wings.
You have a contact of dissemination, or? I doubt the media won't believe it, or even if they do it, it'll be quickly disappeared.
Media? The same people that spread these lies? Why would you go to them?
Yes, we should not go to them. I was asking whether you have your own network of dissemination.
It's a network of truth, man. Listen. Couple of copies. Gonna spread them to a couple of other truth seekers in the city. And if we fall, others will carry this torch further on. As yeah, he's gonna start packing up. He's gonna like start packing up all the conspiracy boards. There's a lot of boxes. He's gonna ask you for help with that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he'll help out. Yeah, listen, moving around is pretty reasonable. Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you're packing. You're gonna sort of help him kind of take this like shitty car as he's gonna drive over, as he see him drive over to like this like shitty garage and like kind of messed up part of town. As he like opens the garage and you see fucking more boxes and crates, and it's like a entire mess. This is don't mind the mess. Just I need to find it. Where the fuck is it? And he like starts rummaging through as around sort of midday about this point. You hear a voice in your head, Ian. Familiar voice. Say, appears your time is coming to an end, Ian.
See, and the turtle says, like, I was expecting it. I remember Akin said it was not the most subtle. Anyone can figure out who it was me.
They are
Especially people
sending
now.
assassins after you. Finally decided you are a threat. The only question is, you wish to die with a mission unfulfilled?
Not really. Securing these files it's nice, but in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing.
Many more things, tools I can provide will let you survive. The only question is, willing to what's necessary to obtain those.
So you guys got to study. While Walsh is scrounging around, he'll study a sigh. As long as it eventually gets out to the public and everybody, I'll go to the courts. But for now, well, I need to live long enough until that point.
Man in front of you, you don't need him. You need his connections, his resources. He will fuel the spell.
Ian sighs and listen. Very well then. Listen, he probably this guy probably will be willing to die in the service of the truth.
This will be special kind of ritual. Knock him out. Tie him down. Then perform drain his blood slowly. That and continue to be able to pursue your goal, survive.
Yes, it's time for a blunt object time.
Yeah, I mean, give me a fight roll. It's only a basic difficult.
Sadly, I am hurt. Which will
Listen,
be
you can always use adrenaline.
You have a
Yeah.
spotlight,
You always
right?
have a spotlight, yeah.
okay. So okay, actually, I have 2 adrenaline still.
Yeah.
That's because I went hunter hard. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The problem is it's still like a dog ass fucking roll with 3 dice.
I believe in you.
I'm actually the fact I'm considering the spotlight is so pathetic. Because God, my fight roll 3 dice is so dog ass.
Are you a gambling man?
It's a fucking 50-50.
I know, but it's an awful dice pool on a, which means the fact that you only have 3 dice on a 2 dice roll gives you a 90% odds. If you had like 5 dice, there's a good chance you'd fail it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's so true. It's so true. Fuck, let's give it my best shot. Nope.
What a shame.
As he's like searching, you kind of grab something. You like go to hit him, and he turns and at the last moment sees you. As he like kind of like smack him, but it's not, and you don't manage to land a clean hit. As it's gonna like grab you as you begin struggling with him. Give me another fight roll.
I might have to use my spotlight. Unironically, I'm considering it right now. Holy fuck! Move my fight roll.
Still a basic difficulty, but yeah.
The problem is like,
With your 12 grit and hurt, not looking. You are severely wounded.
You have adrenaline, right?
I said, the problem is like, it's a 3 dice pool is truly dog ass. It is the most dog ass dice
You're a
pool.
gambling man. You're gambling. What if you need that spotlight later?
Yeah, I'm also thinking about God, 3 dice. It's so 3. It was not built for this. God damn it. Might be the most pathetic use of a spotlight I've ever seen in the Nexus universe.
Use it to survive. I don't think that's pathetic.
That's just for a basic roll, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no, man. I don't know, man. This, for me, there'll be future roles, and
Quippo needs all the helping. Yeah. With my 12 grit and her, yeah, no, I'm using a spotlight.
You struggle and you manage to push him off as he slams his head against like a piece of furniture. He like collapses as you're able to find something around here to tie him up.
Yes. As Ian both say, like, sorry, buddy. It's either you or me.
As yeah, you're able to tie him up, and as you find a small knife, make incisions big enough for the blood to start pouring out, but not too big so that it bleeds out instantly. You just kind of leave him there. You hear the voice in your head against it. Now, take his blood. Draw the runes that will flash in your mind. A circle around the both of you. Inside this garage. Assassins are about half an hour away from you, Ian. Not the time to falter.
Yes, listen, he will actually believe. Yeah, listen. Listen, he has no doubt in New York City there's like probably 2 gajillion assassins. He does want to tempt fate here.
Yeah, you're able to draw the symbols in a circle as the ritual begins and you start chanting some weird words you don't understand yourself. The runes light up and suddenly the light envelops you. Can't see anymore. As you find yourself apartment, probably somewhere else in the. It's a very luxurious apartment. You will be able to see the skyline in the future. You're somewhere downtown.
As you look at the skyline, as you look around, like what is even? It's like a downtown. It's like downtown Manhattan, basically, like fucking next to Empire State.
Yeah, you can see like Central Park.
Is Cole still bloody as he looks? Is he still wearing the same shit?
Yeah. Although the wounds have completely healed, you can remove your grit and hurt.
Thanks, Quippo. Thanks, Demon Healthcare. Better than American Healthcare. This is just the best 401k I ever had. Quippo, you're a truly great employer.
As Matthew sort of like is also healed up completely.
Is he just sitting there, or like catatonic, or?
He's still slumped. His eyes are still closed. Trying to see.
While he's looking around, she will ask Miss Seta, anyone home right now, or is this on loan from someone who's not here?
You can consider it indefinite duration loan.
Understood. Yeah, so we'll try to see any details about the apartment. Like, is there? No, I assume no family pictures, whatnot. It's just I'm not sure how like lived in this thing looks like.
Doesn't look. I wouldn't say it's lived in, but I mean, again, looks like a high-end apartment.
What exactly happened to Mr. Walsh, if you don't mind me asking?
Recovery. Don't worry. You'll be much more useful from now on. Suddenly you can like hear him kind of draw a deep breath as he opens his eyes. It's like, oof, fucking hurt. He like gets up and second man, I do myself up a bit. Just if you want to say something.
Oh no, I'm not sure if he would say something yet, because say if he's cleaning himself, he will ask like, does he remember anything at all? Any cover story I should know?
Don't worry about it. Say he is changed. Yeah, he'll go to the bathroom. You hear the shower running. As about 20 minutes later, he's coming out as he'll go into the into the bedroom rather, and comes back out dressed much nicer. Some clothes that he apparently found in there, presumably. Says, "Hey, friend, I think we can start working on this for real now. You can give me a detect roll if you want."
I will absolutely give a detector. Did Cobra just fucking outsource to a fucking corporate mercenary? This guy, he's a competent agent here. I will do this detective apply or no, Grant?
Yeah, I think it applies here.
Reroll. Never mind then. You're just confused, I guess.
It's actually you rolled a 4 and a 5, and it gave you a 4 and a 5. They hate you. They
Apparently,
hate you.
Apparently, Quippo was not blessed to. Listen, Quippo is a funny guy, but he was not blessed with success, sadly.
Yeah, no,
This is fucking-
there is something different, definitely. He's like, I wouldn't say he's like replaced, because he has the same sort of speech pattern here and there, but like his vision is sharper. He seems like his posture is straighter. There's like a lot of physical changes. So, are you ready to do this? Enlighten the masses.
As ready as I will be.
Oh. And I think it's time we take some of these supplies. And let me in. Have you ever done a radio talk show?
No.
Well, in the bedrooms, find something nice to wear.
As he was trying his best to kind of suit, I guess.
Yeah, as yeah, you can find. Listen, you can find certain clothes that fits here. There's a lot of varying sizes, and some of them will fit you. Cause he is, yeah, he's gonna take them to an office. Ask, "You want to walk in with blood all over you?"
With my lab coat.
Yeah. After you get dressed, you can see he is grabbing a couple of files, like clearly like arrange them very like neatly into a box. Is I'll grab this one, you grab the other one, and well, let's get this show on the road. As Taylor, back at the Belmont. Sure to watch as Adam will take that ball of flesh filled with this liquid and just sets it on fire. As he disposes of it, and well, she is gonna be knocked out cold for a while. Apparently, this place comes with a hidden clinic. I instructed them to do a transfusion on her. I extracted the tainted blood out of her system.
That's good. Wilson felt pretty strongly about the whole thing. I don't think there'll be any issue with her recovering here.
I'll nod and say, think my time playing Doctor has come to an end. Can't ignore it. I thought I could just handle the ones that came through, and that would be easy, but apparently I have to contend with those that work from the other side, so to speak.
Taylor will nod. I don't think trying to stay isolated from this is gonna work out for anyone here soon enough.
The difficult part is I know when one of them enters this world, this reality, however you want to call it. When they work through proxies, they do this sort of shit. Much harder. Can't just automatically tell. Plus, I lack resources around the globe.
Taylor will say, could maybe talk to Mr. Wilson more. To be honest, a little ashamed to admit it, I barely gave the girl much thought until his outburst brought me back to things. Maybe actually get me to stop looking at the big picture, actually look at what's in front of me.
When you focus on the big picture, the guy tends to seem sometimes too small to notice. I've seen this before. Much more mundane settings, but I've seen this mentality. Sacrificing the few for the many never ends well.
Taylor will nod. I've been to war. I understand what situations call for, but so he'll look at the room where the girl is in, like look at the door. There's a difference between soldiers, men who know what they signed up for, and people like her.
She'll nod. As you're waiting in like an office area, because they would have taken her immediately to the downstairs clinic. As you're waiting, the door will open and you'll see Alaric walking in. Got here as quickly as I could. I was told a bit about the incident.
I will not give you a full debriefing.
Yeah, as you can sort of put him up to speed with how things unfolded up until now. He'll take a deep breath before exhaling. Looks at Adam and says, "The reason why I told you running that clinic is a poor use of your skill set." Adam just kind of clenches his jaw a bit. Alaric, I'm a doctor. Help people. I'm not your attack dog, so that you can just send me wherever you want. He nods and says, true. Which means dealing with more than just one loose entity here in New York. Or do you just care about the people you can see that are in front of you? Fuck the rest of them. As like Adam looks a bit confused and Alaric says, I have reports, rumors, gossip that plenty of weird shit has been detected in certain parts of Asia, Africa, South America, Europe. There's incidents all over the world. Now, some of these rumors might be false leads. Some of these might be true. Which means, Adam, clearly your detection mechanism is garbage. If you fucking notice one moving about literally in your backyard. As Adam will look quite ashamed at that. Alaric will continue. So, you either drop this righteous, nonsensical attitude and help, or every dead body, every affected person, I'm gonna compile them into a nice little file. I'm gonna make weekly deliveries by your place. Leave them in your PO box so you can see all the faces of the people who are dead because you were too good to get your hands fucking dirty. As like Adam looks like he's about to snap at Alaric. Not sure if you want to intervene in any way.
Yeah, I think Taylor's going to. At that point, interject. And he'll say, let's all try to keep cooler heads here, gentlemen. Let's not. We stop pointing fingers. Stop pointing fingers. Throwing blame around. This entity right now is still out there. Its first person it's contacted is still out there. We can debate tactics. We can debate motives. We can debate results. But let's not lose sight right now. This entity, more, still out there. So let's keep our cool.
You can give me a leadership role. It's only a basic difficulty.
Right, cool. Listen, I will spend an adrenaline.
This is some bullshit, some actual bullshit.
Listen. I will make cases. Taylor will step up on that. He'll say something simply. Because if this whole operation fails at this first hurdle, if we walk out of this room, we don't have an agreement, we don't have a plan, we don't have a path forward that we can, if not like, can we stomach, then I don't see any reason to pursue this. I don't see any reason to keep going with this. I don't see any reason to keep my family involved in this, to keep their other officers involved in this.
As Adam kind of stands up and says, well, I don't believe I asked you to get any one of those people involved into anything. I warned you that this was gonna happen. And he just kind of like gets up and like storms out. Alaric's like,
I was about to say like that, because I do have intimidation, but I don't know if that would have allowed me to do a reroll.
problem is like that wouldn't have been intimidating to intimidating to because like Adam's the one losing his shit. Alaric is pretty calm at this point.
Yeah, as he walks out, as he gets up, Taylor's gonna say, "And what's your fucking plan? You said to yourself, you have no resources, you have no transport, you have no network. Are you gonna sulk?"
Don't. No.
Taylor's going to say, Taylor will just say, "None of us have to like each other here. None of us have to be happy with everything. But what do you think happens? What do you think happens if we all split off? We all try to do something. We all try to go our separate ways. We start flailing around. Some of us blind, some of us without resources, some of us some of us having lost contacts. These creatures, these entities, these demons, whatever they are, whatever you want to call them, they dance fucking circles around us. You said it yourself, Adam. As we just found out, they can interact with this world without you knowing it. Alaric can't be everywhere. And I don't know enough to fucking do anything on my own. This war, this threat, this disaster, whatever you want to fucking call it, isn't going to be won by a bunch of lone cowboys fucking firing from the hip and trying to do their best. It's going to be won like everything else in history has been won. Concentrated effort by groups of individuals and organizations, compiling their resources, compiling their information, compiling their men, and making their fucking differences work.
Give me a speech roll. Basic difficulty.
Now listen, it's my turn to be a bitch and spend the spotlight.
This is truly the spotlight session. Holy fuck, man! What this is so.
So yeah, if you spend the spotlight, say you're right. So fucking selfish about this, haven't I? Shit.
It's as Taylor will just say, it's not about who's selfish or selfless here. We're not throwing blame around. We're not doing that shit. We're not going to point the fingers. We're not going to compile documents as gotchas on other people. We're going to work together. And we're going to save the people we can.
You'll nod. Like goes and sits back down at the table. As door opens and Mr. Wilson will walk in with a kind of like a plate of freshly made tea. He like puts them down and hands everyone a cup. Say, glad to see everyone is still around. He like kind of gives you a nod, detective, because he knows that how Alaric walked in, so it was a very like targeted nod towards you. As a sort of, he very quietly mouths, "Thank you."
Taylor will just give a like slight nod.
As Alaric takes a sip before saying, "Detective is right." Right now, I'm handling about 3 different operations across the globe. Trying to ascertain the validity of each one. Right now, this New York case seems to be most urgent.
Taylor will nod. We need to find Ian before he hurts more people and before he blows the lid on everything that's happened here.
He'll nod. I'll be around town. 1 payphone away. If anything happens, give a call. I'll drop by as fast as possible. Won't be able to get away from you. Meanwhile, you two can track him down more conventionally. Wilson will say, I have a couple of lookouts. Assassins that were sent after him almost caught him, but they found the garage empty. Smears of blood on the floor and, well, the car out front parked empty as well. Not exactly sure what happened to them.
Taylor just grimace. I'd say it's another dead body, but where'd the body go then?
No, it was... garage was completely empty. And weird thing is, you would expect that sort of place to be dirty, or at least dusty, and yet it's completely brand new, as if somebody just finished scrubbing the floors.
We do know Ian has the assistance of a entity. We don't know how powerful it is, and it has reasons to be upset right now, given what happened to its servant.
Alaric will say, I just give it what it wants. How bad do you think this will get?
Taylor will say, not sure what it's unlikely to stop its attempts here. We'll likely have to keep a watch, how many times in the future for it to try to find a way to put you in a bad position, find a way to put your operations in a bad position, allies, friends. We have no way to strike at this thing.
Thank you for not making me, putting me in a position where I had to choose between myself and that girl.
Tail will nod. It's sometimes, sometimes sign of trust is people taking hard decisions out of your hands.
I'll kind of smile and nod. Oh, I'm off to get some rest. I haven't slept in almost 2 days. You wake me up, Wilson, if it happens. You'll kind of get up and go to sleep.
About to say, unfortunately, I don't think the Time Lord's time manipulation power is stored in the Helix.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's I don't know how
Waypool doesn't know. Maybe he wants to figure that out.
I don't know how fucking demon inverter fucking works.
But no. It's, listen, Oriana's child was never a Larix.
Oops.
Might good. Red character, you're right, Mac.
There are many red characters. That's true.
But yeah,
They all have to suffer.
it's even now.
Remember the Dread Masters.
The dread laughter is there.
Remember, Grunt. If I ever think you're like pussing out during the Void game, I will post Dreadmaster's GIF just to remind you.
We're gonna post it anyway.
Remember what Red said.
Anyway, gentlemen, that's for after. We can scheme against Red later.
Alaric will take his leave and someone will say, maybe it'll be a good idea if I introduce you to the person who took this bounty. Might be able to better coordinate with one another. He has experience working strange cases in the past, although he is rough around the edges and quite unscrupulous. He's also not affiliated with any of the clans fighting in the city, so won't have problems in that regard.
All right. I think I can handle hard to get along with and unscrupulous. I've met a few people the past few days who've fit one or both of those.
Adam will grimace a bit, but will nod as well, as Olsen will get up and leave you to fetch whoever this is. A bit of a moment to speak alone with Adam if you want.
Yeah. Taylor will say. Taylor will just say to Adam, I think he would have. I think he would have. Him or the girl, I think he would have chosen. I think I know what he would have chosen.
Adam kind of raises an eyebrow and says, and what's that?
Taylor will just say, Taylor will say, honestly, I think you think he might have given his blood over.
Think you know him at all?
I think it's very easy to Taylor will say, I know in the abstract, he's probably done worse, signed off on worse, done worse to other people. But I think here, in this position, with these people, as Taylor will say, I don't. Maybe he wouldn't so decisively do it, but I don't think he'd leave that decision to himself. I think he'd ask others, get their advice. Given Wilson's outburst, my own beliefs and yours, I think I know which direction we would have tilted him in, if it came to it. He's a man willing to do a lot of terrible things, but right now he mostly has, from the sounds of it, people like this Faith whispering in his ears. I think it might do him some good to get people getting a more balanced view on things. Middle ground.
All kind of like not still ambivalent to that notion. While I don't share your optimism, I do hope you are correct. His association with that woman is a recent affair. And strikes me as the kind of person used to killing sometime by now. Can't kill this many people without dehumanizing them, starting to view them as something else.
Taylor will not. As Taylor actually say. People do get desensitized to it, but most keep some sort of tether. Wilson's probably killed a lot of people, but recent killings and what Ian's done has clearly touched a nerve on him. I killed a lot of people in the war. This was too much. Given that he can apparently manipulate time, I don't know how long he's been doing this, but I don't think he's as far gone as he might initially appear. Very least, I don't think there will be anything gained from signing off on any belief that his opinion can be changed, and I don't think there's anything to lose from trying to steer him. If he doesn't have those tethers, we'll just have to try all the harder.
I'll nod. Cut back to Ian. You're driving through town with Matthew. Say So, nervous about this, friend?
Will I know as much for public personality?
Else can get the truth out there.
Well, it's time for showtime, I suppose. Let's hope they will listen.
It's not the attitude. Again, make them listen.
This is a new person. Holy shit! What the fuck did you do, Quippo? Which PMC did you hire? Which private corporate did you hire? Did you go to the
Showed Matthew the light. I don't.
Plenty. I need one of your stories, guys. Can I get them like on loan? I know you hate me.
Add a come to Jesus moment. Have that.
I see. Quippo is not the first time pretended to be an angel.
Because you think Emilio is the first guy pretending to be an angel too?
That's right. Let me get the fucking angel wings for fuck's sake.
But yeah, as gonna drive into this like round down area city. He parks the car and will lead you down an alleyway. A small metal door. As you find yourself in this rather busy building, as people are moving about, and I mean, you glance around. You can give me an awareness roll or streetwise, whichever you prefer.
I prefer an awareness. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is sort of a back room kind of thing. Pretty sure this is like a brothel, like an illegal brothel kind of thing. You see plenty of very attractive women walking about. Some more naked than others. There's also like some very kind of like well-built men just kind of standing about watching everyone moving in and out. As you will hear the sounds of fucking all around you. You'll continue walking down this corridor following Matthew, and you'll pass by a room where pretty sure they're like packing drugs. It's like an entire thing. It's kind of like notices you looking a bit around and will say, listen, best way to dodge the authorities is lay low with the low lives.
Fair enough. Just I do hope the booths are sound.
I'll make the radio show kind of awkward.
So follow along towards the hidden booth section.
So yeah, you'll find a small room. He kind of like talks to the man in front, says, "Everything ready?" He like kind of like nods and step to the side. As you'll walk with him, and it's a very fucking small room, jam packed with equipment. As welcome, friend. Well, our suppose free radio broadcast.
Do we have to think of what's the name? What's our name for this operation?
Gotten that point. Set this up. Well, they actually had this little booth here for a few months, but never could figure out the first story to debut on. Thanks to you. I think we got it now.
Time to let the people know.
Should we call this
How about it's a bit cliche. Vox Populi, the voice of the people.
About to say, dude. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh, sorry, it's a bit of Latin. It's true, it's a bit.
No. You see, Zaz. I am much more hack.
It's a bit too fanciful. I do have a
Yeah.
bit of a scientific background.
I think something simple, something anyone can grasp. Free radio.
Ian takes out a gun and shoots him.
Vox Populi, fucking like the crackhead at the corner, be like, what the fuck is this?
Listen, Ian, this is fitting for Ian, man. Ian will whisper to his voice. It's just part of the joke. I do admit, you're a bit funny. Don't say it in this head. I'm not sure if Quipple hears a response to that.
No response from Whipple right now, but Matthew will say, come on. I think it's straight to the point. Lets people know what we're all about.
Simple and truthful.
Those headphones on. Sits down, starts kind of like messing with the buttons. About to go live in 5 minutes.
Yes, Ian steals himself.
As yeah, we are live, as Matthew says. Ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing the first live broadcast, newly established free radio station. Your hosts, Matthew Walsh and Ian Bright. Ian, would you like to say a word to the people?
Sorry, I was gone. Did you say something?
I can't believe this.
I'm sorry, something came up. Something came up right this second. I'm so sorry. I had to dodge. I hadn't enough time to write PRP.
He opened the station, said his intro message, and then passed the word to you if you want to introduce yourself to the people. Dropped your name and everything.
Yeah, oh god, I need to make a smooth. Oh, Ian is not a smooth. Technically, stats wise, Ian is a smoother operator than me, Mac. Unfortunately, oh god, he was not trained for this. I need to get ready. Yeah, let's say he will simply say, that's right, folks. Nothing but the understood truth here. As we do have something quite juicy to share with you today.
Yeah. Listen, some of you may know, but I was thinking about opening the station. Fortunately, the media conglomerates running this place, they don't want you to hear the truth. Been shutting down all my attempts to get a proper license, so now I thought it's time to take matters into our own hands, and this next story is what made me and Ian here take that leap of faith. Story that, by God, you need to hear, because these newspapers, they've been lying to you for the past few months, people. Past few months, and this is just the first out of many. After we're done here tonight, you'll understand understand. So, Ian, why don't you give the people a bit more of the details about recent soul killer killings, as people have begun to call them. I won't make you recap by hand, but I will make you give me a speech roll.
I will spend an adrenaline for this greatly, gladly. There we go. I do have mastermind, so I can reroll if necessary. Also, I realized I could have. Listen, I didn't use this before. That's not serious. I could have saved the spotlight, but I didn't want to gamble my adrenaline on the fight. But here, I think I can gamble in case I do get the epic of epic failures again. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Listen, luckily, I'm like before. I do have the adrenaline ready, so you cannot unless I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twice in a row. But that's a comical. That's a good fail.
You're betting man.
Of course, this is the best bet to take.
Yeah. You'll sort of go on and recount the events, filling in details here and there that were left outside or were sort of not mentioned, not emphasized. As yeah, you're able to completely sort of. I presume you listen. Matthew's gonna encourage you. No, go tell everything about the demons, about whatever the fuck you want.
Oh my god! Yeah, listen, we are hog wild in this boat. Actually, I do.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I do actually have an idea. I'm a gambling man. I'm a fucking gambling man. I do have mastermind.
Sure.
So in fact, I will go all in. In case this fails, I will spend mastermind.
Okay.
I'm a gambling man. The people need to know. Whoop. There we go. There we go, baby.
Yeah, so you just like recount everything from the involvement of Quipu and the demons and literally everything you know.
Yes, in fact, I will.
Yeah. Gonna be a long broadcast. Well, probably don't have many listeners. God knows what frequency this is and who the fuck is how Matthew even got the word out that this is happening today.
I love the demon net.
But yeah, no. Entertain people with very wild fucking stories. I do need to mark this down for the.
Listen, I had to use that all in. That was beautiful. You see, this is where I would have used my spotlight. Luckily, I didn't need to.
Exact date.
Quipple will have the last laugh in the end, even if he doesn't get the child. Like any good.
Never.
Sorry, go on.
Oh god.
This would say Quipple will have the last laugh, even if he doesn't get the child. He did leave behind the stinker for all art.
As for a couple of hours, he'll close down the broadcast. And oh, that was some insane things, people. Won't tell you that on the news. And just to know, we are certain I'm gonna be spreading leaflets with uncensored photos, case files from the police reports, proving everything we just said tonight is 100% truthfully. Until next time, see you at the same time next week. Free radio out, but never gone, as it's off the broadcast. I kind of gives you a couple of claps. Holy shit. Said it, man. You said everything.
Listen, you have no idea how I wanted to get this out in the open.
Gonna topple down their empire of misery and lies.
Listen,
God is with us.
as internally, he has to hold back a slight chuckle. But he's not God. It's in fact a demon. But whatever it takes, holy shit.
Well, I have a couple of these boots hidden throughout the city. Be rotating through them. Wanted fugitives. State is coming after us, Ian. Keep hidden. Safer if we don't stay together. Meet you in a week. I'll reach out the next meeting spot. Here's a list of dead drops set throughout the town. Try to check them all during the week. I'll probably leave a message by Wednesday.
Of course, partner. See you next week.
God bless.
God bless. The truth always comes out in the end.
Well, nod and a sturdy handshake before taking his leave. Taylor. As Mr. Wilson returns, you see this man walking in, following after him. As Wilson will say, Mr. Reed, this is Vaclav Hutnik, one of our best assassins and operatives in the field.
Pleasure to meet you.
We'll give you two to discuss some pressing business I must attend to. As he'll kind of nod and take his leave as Vaclav kind of grabs a chair and sits down, leans on against it and says, "You're with the police here, right?"
Lieutenant, yes?
I won't have trouble if, well, shooting starts. Can handle that, right?
I will not. I can make things disappear. Keep people from asking questions.
Good, good. Question is, Detective, how squeamish are you? Ever done interrogations?
Taylor will just say, I've seen a lot of things the past few weeks, months, and I served at the Anzio in the war.
Well, grab your things, we can talk on the way there to ask a couple of questions of some of Mr. Bright's partner in crime. He gets up and leads you to his car and starts driving. I'll say, it's a guy, Matt Walsh, some sort of fucking nutcase. At the garage listed in his name. Had a bunch of other things, but well, it's like seems like he inherited a lot of fucking money from his parents. He just kind of went crazy, started buying up random properties in the city, wasting money, doing drugs, that sort of shit. Apparently he is really into Conspiracy theories of all things. Problem is, he is a dangerous individual. He's killed 3 people. At least by my count. So he always paid off the officers to look the other way. Victims were just random bums. You know why he killed them?
Imagine he's a paranoid individual. Suffers from delusions.
He thought they were fucking aliens.
Paranoid individual. Suffers from delusions.
Yep. So be careful if you ever see him, interact with him. I was told you are encounter some weird phenomena yourself.
That I have.
Right. It's good. In the if you run into weird shit, won't be too surprised.
We'll just give a nod at that.
As you'll stop in front of this apartment building, get out, and you'll kind of like go into the main building as the door's like broken at this point. It's wide open, and as you walk into the building itself, he'll lead you like a few flights of stairs before he stops in front of a door and bangs heavily on it. As it's very slightly cracks open. As you see like a very scrawny young man on the other side kind of like peeking through. As Vaclav just fucking kicks it so fucking hard. The flimsy hinge in the wall just flies off with it as the man stumbles backwards as the door flies open. As Vaclav immediately like pulls out a gun and just kind of points it at the guy, and like the guy starts like screaming and panicking. He's like, no, shush. Friend here, and I to answer a couple of questions about your nice neighbor that I know for a fact you've been buying drugs from the same dealer. So speak now. Yes, like I don't know. I haven't seen Matty in like weeks, man. Vaclav looks at you, the sense of, do you want to take over or should I?
Yeah, Taylor's going to say, he'll kneel down. Heavily advise you to tell everything you know about Matthew Walsh. Because if you don't, my friend here is very impatient. And I can tell you this. No one will care what he does here. Not any criminal, not the police. He has free reign right now. And the only thing keeping him from exercising that is I like things to be done a little more delicately. Start talking before I lose my patience too.
Give me a speech roll, basic difficult.
Yep.
Have your free reroll.
Now that my free reroll forgot to set the difficulty.
Yeah.
So still
kind of like nonsense. Okay, listen. I saw Matty yesterday he met up with some weird guy. He kind of like shifty, sneaking around. Early in the morning, he before sunrise brought in a bunch of like crates. He was also bleeding. He really messed up. And I just saw them move their shit out, and that's all. That's all I know. That's all I know about them. I swear.
Greg, can I roll a detect roll?
Yeah.
There
Basic
we go.
difficult.
Let's basic. All right.
Yeah. I mean, he is in fact he is being truthful. I'm not sure what you're detecting on.
Basically, just ensuring that basically it was like that he has no idea what was in the boxes and where they
No,
were going.
probably not. Seems very scattered brain as well. You do see plenty of signs of heavy drug usage on his body.
Do you spot him with anyone? Discussing with any plans with anyone?
Just the weird guy.
Weird guy.
Yeah, the kind of like a bit older. I haven't seen him around. I don't think he's from around here.
Describe the weird guy. Best you can.
Gonna give a very loosely approximate description of Ian.
Yeah. Taylor will just pat him on the shoulder and say, "That wasn't too hard now, was it? Thank you for your help."
Yeah.
Goes without saying, but just in case. It was a random hoodlum broke your door down. We weren't here.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course. Just see Vaclav pulling out a knife and fucking going to stab this man.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Taylor honestly let him do that, yeah.
So it's done very quickly. Like he goes and he stabs him straight into the fucking heart as the man just kind of gasps in shock before slumping over. So he yanks out the knife and wipes it on him. So can't take chances with him chirping too much.
Taylor will nod.
So
As you'll see, Taylor will actually just say, less likely to fight back if he thinks we're gonna let him go. And we'll actually see Taylor will, with the glove on, take the guys, take something to the apartment.
yeah.
Robbery gone wrong. No one will ask questions.
Yeah, you can find some cash as you take it. Vaclav will nod and say, "Fuck things with the fucked part of the situation is that Matthew guy he had connections. He had people looking out, informants like this fucking guy." Pays them nothing and they tell him a lot.
Taylor will give a nod. She'll say, actually say, "Do we have another lead? Or we don't?" I'll just say that I was put on Ian's trail by another officer in the force. Has his own connections, and he's not exactly clean whistle himself.
Okay, let's split up then. You check with your police first buddy. I'll go over the other places this guy owned on his official papers. See if any of them have been visited recently.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Meet up tomorrow then.
I will just give a nod. So he'll take his leave.
Can do we want to meet with Wade?
Yes, it is Wade.
Yeah, we'll head over to the station. You don't even need to go inside as Wade is. See him in his car, sort of just kind of like eating a sandwich. As you can go up to him and like tap on the window. He's gonna like look at you as he rolls the window down. It's like, ah, good afternoon, detective.
Morning, Wade. Any news on the break-in?
Well, apparently it's not that important since the case was closed, so kind of giving me the shove off, but yeah, no, nothing for now. Bye.
You're not the only ones. You're not the only man who has contacts, and well, 2 names came up associated with events that have been happening. Ian Bright and Matthew Walsh.
Ian Bright's the fucking forensics guy that had his name on the case.
Nah. I don't think it's a coincidence that burglar came in, knew exactly what they wanted, grabbed only that.
I think the forensics guy stole the same. Fuck would he?
Because Mr. Bright's an unwell man, a paranoid one. Matthew Walsh is a conspiracy theorist who I've been told has blood on his hands, and I think they're feeding into each other's worst impulses. I think they want to expose, cover up. Tail will say. Tail will actually kind of like go around the car and like actually get into Wade's car, as he'll say. Let's start driving. I can tell you more. I think it's time for honesty. I think when they say the truth always comes out sometime, and I think sometime is now.
You'll put it into gear and begin driving. Alright, now you're making me really fucking curious.
Nah. Tail will say. Tail will say. It's true what I told you. I don't take bribes, but I have a familiar connection. The underworld. Some recent events have pulled me towards them. They've been giving me information on. They gave me information on the Soul Killer case, and they're also looking into. Well, some of them are looking into this situation as well.
There's some very interesting and convenient fucking friends you have.
As Taylor will say, well, I met my wife in Palermo, Sicily.
The mafia, seriously.
Well, she's not really part of the family business, but
Fucking.
that's how I also know you survived hits, assassinations, and warehouses burned down afterwards. But I don't really care about that too much.
Okay. Do you care about?
What I care about is this city right now seems to be trapped in a fucking cycle of cyclical murders with occult reasonings. And every time we clean up one, it seems another springs up. Mr. Bright's also killed people since he's disappeared. And I think it's only a matter of time till he does something reckless, and I'll be honest. My interest is stopping that.
Well, most killers I've dealt with believed in fucking Satan or whatever the fuck. All seem a bit insane. And on drugs, so I guess it makes sense. Didn't expect that guy, but I suppose he wasn't the most socially adjusted individual.
Taylor will nod. I will inform you. This case was always weird. The cases were always weird related to this one. I've heard some things, I've seen some things that struggle with explanation. You're probably gonna notice them too. Needs to say, I've not told other officers about it for a reason.
Sorry, could you repeat the last sentence?
Yeah, Taylor just, he said, you'll likely see some of the strange things as well. And well, there's a reason I've not told other officers about. The reason I've not included everything in official reports.
All right. Why is that? I'll bite.
My first mission with Riley Connor, she shot 2 men through the chest. Killed them dead. And I saw a man touch his hands to their chests and apparently work a miracle. Bring them right back up.
His eyes kind of widen a bit, but like lets you continue.
I know people have been being approached by. Sean was the first soul killer. He had a voice in his head, talked with him, but the problem is it didn't just talk to him. Showed up to Riley. showed up to another person, showed up to me. Not necessarily impossible for a shared delusion, but shared delusion amongst 4 people, most of whom have never interacted before. I don't believe in coincidence quite that small. And is there anything else with its head? Because I already told him about Adam. I've told him about the angel. At least the first interview.
No, I think that's about it. The other weird shit was like only about them.
Yeah. If you told me a few months ago I'd encounter this stuff, I'd tell you you're crazy. I've seen it all with my own eyes. Maybe I am crazy, but that doesn't mean it's not real.
It's pretty insane. Insane.
Might be. Indulge me for a bit, because I know the reason Ian's gone off his rocker, is because another thing's been talking to him. He approached me on it, and I tried to assuage his concerns, get him help, but it didn't work out.
Taylor, you're married, right?
I am.
Yeah, so you don't talk to hookers much, right?
As Taylor will say, Father raised me to be a good Catholic boy.
Well, mine left, so pulls out a small like piece of paper and like on the dashboard, as it has a sort of, it's a very like hand-drawn kind of thing. It's been clearly like printed out. So. Find out the truth this evening, and then just kind of lists a frequency for the radio. These have been going around multiple parts of town. Doing that for about a day or so.
Taylor will nod. Sounds like Ian and his friend are.
Wanna tune in and hear what they're fucking saying?
If you can't stop him, might as well listen.
It's gonna be hard to unless we have some specialized equipment to trace the broadcast source.
As Taylor will say, pull over the payphone real quick.
Pulls over and get out to make a phone call.
Yeah, so make 2 calls. Because I believe it was it Wilson or Alaric that actually said like they were a phone call away?
Yeah, Alaric. I mean, but you're calling at the same place.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it doesn't really make a difference. So he'll call in to inform them of that note and of the radio frequency.
Well, as approach you approach the payphone. Dial in the number. Call the Belmont. For the first time, usually it's a woman that answers. The voice of a man. Says, how can I help you?
Says Mr. Reed, I need to speak with either Alaric Gray or Mr. Wilson.
Afraid they are busy. Can I take a message for them?
The message passed along to them. They need to listen in at he'll give the frequency. Apparently it's I think it's relevant to a person we're tracking.
All right. I will forward this information to them. Anything else?
Nothing for now.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a wonderful day as well.
Put the payphone down and get into the car as you actually hear it over the radio. The Wade switched to the correct frequency. You hear Ian's voice presenting, talking a bit about himself. Wade says, looks like the show just started. Apparently they're gonna blow open the lid about Soul Killer case. Wanna hear it live at the rate?
Let's hear it live. Let's see how well they can spin tales of demons.
Yeah. You will listen for the next few hours how Ian is more or less presenting the case files regarding the Soul Killer case, the deaths, the weird things, the supernatural elements. He blows the. He meant. I think Ian. What hasn't? I'm trying to remember what didn't you know? I don't think you know. I think because you know about Alaric, you know about the conspiracy of the stone. You're sort of.
Yes.
You don't have
I
like
think-
specific like terminology for them, but
No, he likes terminology. I don't think he knows anything about Taylor's familial connection, other than, for
Yeah.
example, about that. He doesn't know the details of the gang war, about why it's happening and who's involved in like that cover-up operation. And I think that's about it that he doesn't know.
yeah. So he mentions. Ian will mention, like I said, the stone, the supernatural elements, Alaric and his involvement into this, the experiments, demon offering information, change for services rendered. I assume Ian, you're gonna just confess to your killings.
Yeah, listen.
Mr. Demon Man did say unaltered.
Yeah. I know the truth, and this is the moment. This is the moment to shine.
You actually should mark this down. So.
Ian thinks that getting the truth out is necessary. He will mention the demon deal. Like, yeah, I was the roadblock guy, but I was in the corner. He will not defend himself that much, but he will mention this, and he wants people to know it, so it's out there that there are demons who do go around offering deals to desperate people.
Case files, the Alaric, organized crime, Faith, the lab, the experiments, our own crimes. Anything else I have missed?
Let me think.
I'm just marking this down because this will be relevant in like one of the future games.
Honestly, no, I think that's about every. Fuck, I'm trying to think if there's any more details. No, the rifts overall, of course, that's a thing. But I think that's Silver Lantern.
Yeah. Blade's like listening in with you, Taylor, and he's like, holy fucking shit.
That's mostly it, yeah. I'll be honest, that's what I can confirm most of that.
This got out on the news. Mass panic would too.
Would. I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's doing, but telling people that we're at the mercy of extra-dimensional fucking creatures that we can't do jack shit about is gonna help people.
Listen, this fucking pirate station. The only fucking people who listen to this fucking garbage are lunatics, conspiracy nut jobs, and people like me. So not a lot. But
Upside, not many people listen to it. Downside, most people who listen to it are gonna believe it.
yeah, this is.
I think we're gonna.
Does Ian know why the fuck we don't release public details to the fucking public? Holy shit. He's not heard
I don't
about
think
the
he
idea of a
cares.
copycat killer in his fucking life?
I believe the entity that's been talking with him has stoked his paranoia, and he thinks he thought he was gonna die. Well, to be fair, the demon then boxed him into a corner and ensured he was gonna be killed. I don't think he never stopped to think.
Well, I think with you could approach the captain, might be able to push this up further down the chain. This is fucked.
Taylor will say, might not necessarily have to include the captain. There are people looking for Mr. Bright, and you know what? Mr. Bright did before he came back to New York, because he left New York.
Shakes his head.
There's an 18-year-old girl. Knocked her out, did some sort of weird thing to her.
Gonna have to stop you there, Zaz. I'm pretty sure that was included amongst his crimes he mentioned live on air.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just completely blanked.
Yeah, no,
Everything. He even include the deal. He also even include the fact that like.
I know you did. I'm sorry. I blanked.
Yeah, that's why he's like, what the fuck?
I also remind people that Ian did include the part like, yeah, the demon did tell me to tell you the truth.
Yeah, yes, Mac. I know.
Just making sure.
Yeah, Taylor will just say. You just say, some of the people who've been giving information on this. For that, but he did that girl. You know, I spoke to that girl. She doesn't remember her. She didn't remember her name. She didn't remember anything. He took her entire life away from her. I think we've got her some help, but recovery, I imagine, is going to take a long time. The things he's done have crossed the line for some people, and I'll be honest. If he got convicted for everything he did, he'd get the death penalty anyways.
I think I'm taking a piece of shit like this to court.
That's why I maybe can ask you to come with me when I meet a man tomorrow. Me and him are working on tracking down Bright and his friend. Any information you could bring to that meeting, we'll make sure both of them are going to get justice for what they did.
Awesome. Drive you home and go out and fraternize with my prostitute friends. Somebody's gonna talk eventually.
Taylor give a nod.
And he'll drive you home. He drops you off. Get out of the car. You'll see Alaric sort of waiting in front of the house as Wade just drives away.
Alaric.
Presume you heard the broadcast. Or if you did, actually. I hope you did.
I did. It's not a wide-reaching broadcast, but the people who listen to that are the exact type of people who will believe it and act on it.
It's a problem you need to handle because how long? When did you learn about it? I only caught the last half an hour of it.
Caught it from the beginning.
And you didn't call?
I called the Belmont.
It's what I fucking. No call made. She like exhales. This problem just got way bigger.
As Taylor will say. I'll focus on cleaning the streets up.
Listen to me,
Thank
Taylor.
you.
From now on, do not trust what you hear and what you see. Trust your instincts. There is another enemy that has joined this fight, apparently. An enemy I've had to deal with in the past. Remember when I told you I'm fighting for a better future?
Imagine there's people invested in seeing that future not come to pass.
A lot of people invested into seeing me. Well, they can't kill me, but they can destroy everything I work towards. They possess technology that you is gonna seem like fucking magic. From now on, we're gonna have to go a bit old school. Dead drops only. Hopefully that will counter their fucking nonsense.
As Taylor will say. Yeah, as Taylor will say. I wasn't one of the intelligence men in the war, but no. I helped a spook once or twice.
I'm gonna have Anderson call you tomorrow. The FBI have completely back whatever you need for this. Have access to funds and resources that will hopefully help you deal with this. But remember, keep it as low tech as possible.
Dale will nod. Be honest, I think I have a small circle I can. A small circle I think I can keep this to now.
Still not.
Still ask. Still ask. You know these people better than I do. Vaclav, man that Wilson introduced me to. How much can I trust him?
Well, he is unaffiliated, which in the stone is quite rare. Means he doesn't owe loyalty to anyone. It's not openly. I know he is a man that a mercenary, but a reputable one. Wilson has secured his services, at least for the duration of this mission. He is completely dedicated and loyal to the job. After that, somebody else can hire him. So, you can trust him to have your back, but I wouldn't tell him too much.
All right.
So he walks away and he says, good luck. Needed.
Yes, Dale will nod. So he'll go inside.
And with that,